Hey everybody, it's Greg again. It's another edition of Unbreakable podcast. It is Friday. Yay! TGIF, the Friday before the Super Bowl, February 7th. Well, this is it. This is it. The weekend we've been waiting for, huh? Before I talk more Eagles, because what else are we going to talk about? I've got a comment here. We've got one reading the deeds comment from the fan mail. It's gonna be a sort of fan mail. And here's the comment. And what do you think it is? Huh? What do you think it is? First of all, this guy, his name is Charles. Hello, Charles. Thank you for watching and listening. It says, from this angle, watching you from the ceiling hurts my brain. Whatever the hell that is. Huh? You mean to tell me he's watching me from the ceiling? Or he's looking down on? I mean, I don't know. I just got that. That's really confusing. Okay, for watching it, my brain hurts. And he says, good luck to you and your Eagles. Uh, Taylor Swift is undefeated. Okay. Eagles have no shot. Line should be -2.5 Chiefs. Okay, well, I can do a lot with that. Uh, First of all, thank you, Charles. Thank you for watching and listening and for commenting. First of all, this Taylor Swift thing, uh, what she's undefeated. What position does she play? Uh, by the way, I answered him the way I answered him. I did ask him, I said, what position does Taylor Swift play? And I said, maybe we should talk about that, and her and Travis Kelsey, you know what I'm saying. And then I said, for his poor brain, because he's watching me from the ceiling, I said, I hope your brain gets better and try taking some chicken soup. That always helps with anything. And I didn't tell him to go to hell. I didn't say that. But, I was very nice. And I just think he's wrong. I think the Eagles are going to win this game. So Taylor Swift, she doesn't really play Charles, so she's not really undefeated. And so much for that, huh? Huh? You see what kind of mail I get? Okay, well, you know what? I was watching Good Morning Continue, and these Chiefs and these fans, the Chief fans, are so. I don't know if you want to even say. I'll say one thing: do not let Cowboys fans. Evil. They're very Chief fans are very blasé and very like, oh, Bob, we already blah, and so it can have, the premise was big on the income. And Eagles fans on one side from the Eagles establishment. And the Chiefs fans on the other side. And they have mascots and things. And so, and it was Rudy, right? So, what a difference. What a difference. Got the Chiefs fans are just in the way down. And they went have COVID to yourself asleep. They're like, well, we already know that. He said, it really doesn't matter. Yay, Chiefs, yay, Chiefs. Well, just about a week. Meanwhile, on the other side of the spectrum, you've got Eagles. And they're like, go crazy. It's like 7:30 in the morning and they're already tanked up. Go Eagles, go Eagles. They're seeing the fence and fly, go fly, and we're going to victor, top, 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 five. Oh, I can't stop me. My touchdown, one, two, three, and low, and high, and watch our eagles fly. Fly, Eagles, fly, for the road to victory. This is the hard part. Eagles. All right, so that's the Eagles. On their side of the screen, Eagles fans are going crazy and jumping around and just being passionate Eagles fans. And the KC fans are going to have a wake up. You know, I understand it's an hour later out there, and it's like 6:30 instead of 7:30. But come on, show a little life. That brings me to an interesting thing. All week long we've been talking about who's going to win the game. We already know who's going to win the game. I mean, what the hell, Steve? Why do we even have to talk about that, right? But the different angles of the game, how the Eagles are going, the keys of the game, what to look forward to. And, we've been talking the basic stuff. Don't turn the ball over. Make sure you take the ball away from the Chiefs. The offensive line and the defensive line are going to be keys. See, everybody talks about Mahomes and Hurts and Barkley and Kelsey, the stars, but hardly anybody talks about the offensive line and the defensive line. And like in any football game, that's the key. If you can control the lines, you have a good chance of winning the game. And the Eagles were so much stronger on both sides of the ball in the lines. Defensive line, Jalen Carter, he's a monster. Who's going to stop him? And Kansas City offensive line, they're missing two of the best tackles. So I can see Patrick Mahomes being on the run, like the little rabbit he is, running around. I could see him running for his life the whole freaking game. So, but even though we talk about Kelsey should get his catches and Saquon Barkley's birthday on Sunday, don't forget that. That's a big thing. And then Devontae Smith and living close to New Orleans, going back home again, and so many students. One of the key things people are taking into account in this game, and I told you yesterday the Eagles are 5-0, 5-0 this year on artificial turf. He's talking about that. But it may just come down to who wants it more. Kansas City, if the team is like their fans and are so laid back and like not hungry and are saying, well, we already won it twice. It would be nice to win it 3 times in a row because nobody's ever done that before. But if we don't win, we won it twice, give somebody else a chance. It's not really going to be like a heartbreaker. It's not like we're going to just jump off the bridge or something. We're going to, it's okay. It's okay. No, the Eagles fans are like, we gotta win this game. We have to win this game. We are hungry because we haven't had a world championship since 2017. And the rest of the Philadelphia teams aren't doing so good. So we're going to win. This is our chance. We have revenge against the Chiefs who beat us 2 years ago. And this is our opportunity. Maybe next year it'll be the Lions' turn. Or maybe the 49ers will come back. The Commanders, who knows who's going to get back there next year. But this year, we're there, and we're going to do it. And we're going to beat the Chiefs, and we're going to win the world championship. It's that simple. So it may just come down to who wants it more. Who's hungrier. And that little extra drive to get that first down, and that little extra drive to get the ball over the goal line, right at the end of the game. And I would say if it comes down to something like that, the Eagles have the advantage because they are unbelievable. So I'm just saying, it could be, right? We're all thinking about what's it going to take. So here's the deal. We talked about the Chiefs win the place, right? They have won a staggering 17 games in a row when the difference is one score. In other words, if you're within a field goal or touchdown of the Chiefs, they usually win. They usually win. If you're going to beat the Chiefs, you have to beat them. You have to cut the head off the snake and you have to crush him. Not just cut the head off the snake. Step on the snake, too. Step on the snake. Crush him. Use your boot and grind the snake into the dirt. So, you gotta win by a lot. I I see a lot of predictions out there now, and most of them are really close, either way. And but I just, I told you this yesterday. It's not, maybe it's because I'm wearing all Eagle gear all the time, like even in my sleep. I don't have Eagle pajamas, but that may be something I should look into. Maybe Santa can lead to the Christmas. Anyway, so what I'm saying is this: Eagles are going to win this game by more than a touchdown. I know I'm crazy. I'm crazy. Well, you know that anyway. If you've watched me, I think you know what. This is episode number 491. Next week we have our 500th episode. I mean, what are we going to do? I got a plan. I think we're going to get the dogs in here that day, We haven't had a visit from the dogs, like Katie and Coco. And the dogs will help me celebrate my 500th episode of this podcast. So, I just think the Eagles learned a lesson. I think they learned a lesson from 2 years ago when they were ahead of Kansas City at the half at 10 points, and they are not going to take their foot off the gas. The Eagles are going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. So there are zeros on the plate. And the confetti will come down with the Superdome of the Eagles will be champions. Give Jeffrey Lurie, Barton Trophy, for Boston High, and all will be right with the world. So I think the Eagles are going to win a touchdown. I may be the only person thinking, but I told you, I'm spoiling. Eagles start 4. Chiefs 24. 11 points. So it's for 11 points and a 1 in the draft. That's the thing. So, more than a 1-score game, Eagles do not take their foot off the gas. They get into the 30s because, like I told you, they'll get riled up. Eagles score in the 30 points in the 30s. They win the game because Kansas City only has scored in the 30s one time this year, and it was last game against Buffalo, and they just about got into the 30s. Eagles are going to get into the 30s. They're going to score 34 points at least, and they are going to crush Kansas City. Crush. Get breaks. Just crush. So that's my score. I'm sticking to it. That's my story. Now I may come on here Monday, and I will be on, and win or lose, I'll be on. And will be embarrassed, and then this Charles guy will start writing me again and say, oh, I told you Taylor Swift was undefeated. I told you, listen to Charles, he was. And he may. But I don't think so. I don't think it's going to happen. I think Uncle Greggy here, Daddy, is going to have the last. I think that's what's going to happen. I think so. So, I told you one last thing. I was on this podcast the other day, great podcast called Compassion Vista Dialogues. Yeah, you can get it. I'm going to let you know when it's out. I'll post the link on my home pages on social media. If you just in case you want to check it out, I'll tell you where to go and look for once it's out. Because it was a great discussion with myself and the moderator, his name, great guy named Alan. So, but what I said when we first started the podcast, I was wearing an Eagles shirt that proudly says Eagles right in front. And we started talking football before we talked anything else. And I said, Mr. Alley, I think the Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl and they're going to be world champions. So I forgot that this podcast isn't going to be seen for a couple of weeks. So by the time you see the podcast out there, it will already be history. Yeah, well, I look like a genius. Well, I look like Nostradamus. Or I look like a fool. Don't say I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. We'll see. We'll see. Right? So, I was just thinking, if the Eagles lose, I might email this guy and say, do me a favor and edit that out, edit that part out where I say the Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl. Okay, edit it out. It is what it is. So, hey, all right, everybody have a great Friday and enjoy the weekend. I know I am. Oh, it's one of these weekends where you enjoy the weekend and you don't want it to end. Because who wants Monday to come? Yeah, Monday. But this weekend, I can't wait till the end of the weekend. 6:30 Sunday night, Eagles Chiefs in the freaking Super Bowl. Super Bowl 59. Oh, right. So this weekend, I can't wait till the end of it. There you go. Well, I'll be back tomorrow because that'll be it. That'll be it. It's going to be the final show before the Super Bowl. And if I change my mind about something, I will let you know. But tomorrow we'll wrap up the whole thing. We'll talk about Eagles Chiefs again. What's it going to take the keys to the game for the Eagles to win Sunday night? And I'm going to give you my final best bets, my props that you may want to look into and then you don't. And maybe we'll play with Carson Wentz's little wagon, little truck to him too. I told you, wouldn't it be a kick if Patrick Mahomes got hurt? Now, I'm not wishing anything on the guy. I don't wish anything of bad on people. I'm a good guy, but here's the thing. Wouldn't it be a dirty, rotten shame if Patrick Mahomes, I don't know, maybe he got the diarrhea before the game, right? Because I want to go out there and make a mess of himself, embarrass himself. So he decides, I don't think I'm playing. I don't think I'm playing. I poop my pants, I'm not playing. So who goes in for him? Carson Wentz. Oh, Merlin. And wouldn't that be something? That Carson Wentz versus Jalen Hurts, former teammates in the Super Bowl, face on, showdown, going against each other with everything on the line, all the marbles. Carson freaking Wentz. Well, it could happen because, hey, it could be the first play of the game. Chiefs get the ball first, as they probably will, because we know that the Eagles, they like the ball in the second half. So the Eagles may defer, and the Chiefs get the ball. First thing, they go back, Holmes goes back to pass, that weak offensive line. Jalen Carter bursts through, knocks Patrick Mahomes silly. Again, nothing bad, but he knocks him silly, so he gets out of the game because he's got a possible concussion. Who comes into the game? And Carson freaking Wentz. And probably the worst thing that could happen in the history of Philadelphia sports. I don't want to wish this on. I shouldn't even mention it. So it's out there in the cosmos. But I gotta say, possibly the worst thing ever in the history of Philadelphia sports, but we've had a lot of bad history. As Carson Wentz comes into the game for Patrick Mahomes and wins the Super Bowl. Oh, cricky. If that ever happened, forget it. I'm burying my head in the sand. I'm gonna get going under the covers for like forever. Okay. If I do the podcast, it's in bed under the covers. I can't I don't even want to think about that. Carson Wentz winning the Super Bowl. No, no, no. All right. Well, now that I'm depressed, even depressed myself. It's go Eagles. Let's think positive. Go Eagles. They're going to win on Sunday, and they are going to be world champions. Peace and love, everybody. Have a great Friday. Have a good weekend, and I'll be back with you tomorrow because tomorrow's the day that we nail it all down and we root and celebrate for the birds. Fly, Eagles, fly. Peace and love. There it is. There it is. Now go hither into the world and see the Eagles fight song. Go to the, you know what? Go to this dinner table tonight without any prompting. Sit down, put your napkin in your lap, and start singing the fight song. Fly, Eagles. Go to the movies tonight. Get away from the politics and the Super Bowl. And in the middle of the movie, all of a sudden just start singing. Fly, Eagles. Whatever. Just do it, okay? Just do it. I am. See you tomorrow. Bye.